Hello, everybody. Here we are, live on YouTube. Since I have been doing the Queen's Gambit Film Club, I haven't been live on YouTube, but I missed it. Sorry, I'm just gonna check in to see if it's going well. Your channel, my channel. I hope it's live actually on YouTube. Can't see it just yet. Oh yeah, I can. Title: Why should you start writing down your chess games? I thought today we are going to discuss about chess notation and why is it so important to write down our chess games. Writing down your chess games, when you learn how to do that, it's basically like a whole new language. So you are learning a whole new language, which, in all fairness, not many people know about. Only chess players know this language, but once you learn it, you will be able to read any chess games, any chess books. You will be able to write down your own chess games and then analyze them. So I see I have one viewer. Feel free to say a comment. Say hello in the comments, by the way. Our most important part of writing down our chess game is so that afterwards we can look back at it and we can gain some self-awareness around it. We can see what opening we played, we can see how the opponent was playing, what were their thoughts, patterns during the game. Because of course, when we are sitting there, we are immersed in the game, but it's not likely that after a few days you will still remember the game unless you write it down. These days, even with online chess, I know that the written game is usually next to the chessboard. Sometimes they use small chess icons, but I will teach you the traditional way today and explain the basics of how to note down the chess moves. So therefore, once you learn this, you can write down your own chess games, even if you play in real life, and you will be able to analyze the games. It's a fantastic tool for creating self-awareness, to look back at it and see your strengths and your mistakes and your weaknesses, to be able to say, okay, I see where I have gone wrong. For example, if you lose a game, as long as you are able to learn something from it or take out something that you will be able to change in the future, it's already a win, really, truly. So I have a little slideshow here which will help us. I'm gonna try and show you in bigger. So first of all, this is just a basic chessboard, and even on online chessboards, you have the letters and the numbers around the chessboard, and basically these will help us indicate and navigate ourselves on the board itself. So the line with the red will indicate the files. So this one will be the D file. Then right next to it, I'm gonna try to get my mouse to help. D file, right next to it will be the E file, and so on. So we have from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This is 8 different letters. And then the arrow in yellow is going to indicate the ranks. So these are the horizontal lines, basically. And we have first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth, fifth rank, sixth, seventh, and eighth. So this is how the 64 squares on the chessboard each will have a name. I also indicated with a green line the diagonals, because we know that the diagonals are important from a point of view of writing down your chess games. It's not that important right now, but I just want us to remember how we will call these different lines on the chessboard. So if I put my mouse here on this square, I hope you can see it. The way to name this square, we will start first with the letter. So this will be the A and then the number A1 square. A1. It's basically a simplified decoding, if we want to call it in such a fancy name, of the chessboard. If I put my mouse here, it's gonna be the B4 square. If we put the mouse here, it's gonna be the F7, and you can trace the file first, so F, and then the rank 7. Now, not every chessboard is going to have these letters and numbers written on them. But if it's not written, that's absolutely okay. You can make a mental note. And if you look at the screen right now, you will see that the A1 square is at the bottom left corner, is black. It's a black square. So if you turn the chessboard around to make sure you have at the bottom left a black square, you in your head can call it the A1 square. And from then on, you can name, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could even create a paper paper attachment there and write it on it, or if it's a plastic chessboard that you don't mind writing on, you can absolutely write with some alcoholic pens or pencils, something like that. This is the complete basic of navigating the chessboard. Now, next up, we have just the chessboard without these lines. And to have a little practice, if you are watching this afterwards, please write in the comments right now, if you are at this stage, which square is this one where my mouse is right now. And I will go through the comment section and make sure I comment for you and tell you if it's right. So this will be our first little exercise. And then I'm gonna ask you to write this square down. This will be the second. And the third will be this one here. Which square is this? Remember, we start with the letter and then the number. So once we know these, we are gonna move on to putting together a chess move. So each chess piece has a sign, except one which you will see just now. But each chess piece has a sign attached to them, and these signs are coming from the English language. These are internationally accepted. I remember learning chess as a child in Hungary. I learned these signs in Hungarian, but since most chess books use the English version, I quickly learned the English version as well. So once you learn the English version, it's gonna be universal. You will be able to navigate the books and other chess players as well. You can communicate with these signs. So our king is called king, so the sign for the king will be a capital K. Then our queen will have the Q, and the bishop will have the B as sign. Then we have the rook. Now, some people call it the castle or call it something else, but officially in chess, the rook is called the rook. So the sign for the rook will be a capital R. And the first problem is coming right now with the knight. Because the knight, you can see it on the screen when it's written, it starts with a capital K, but the K is already taken by the king. So actually solving the problem. When we pronounce night, it's pronounced with an N, and that's the second letter as well written. So the sign for the night will be a capital N. And that was our first little exception. And the second exception is that the pawns, they do not have a sign. So when we write a pawn move, we leave that part blank. It's gonna all make sense later on, but for now, this is what you need to remember. And what I would like to do is I would like to leave a downloadable PDF. So if anybody would like to print this out, please do so to keep it as a reminder on how to remember the names of the chess pieces. And since we have just been practicing how to navigate the chessboard, it's gonna be very straightforward. First of all, we will write down the capital letter of the chess piece. So the chess piece that we are moving with. And then we are gonna write down the square, the name of the square where the chess piece is moving to. So how do we write down the name of the square again? First of all, you put the letter, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then you put the number of the square, 1 to 8. We have 64 squares, 64 names. They are all very individual, specific names, not to confuse anybody. So I was thinking that we are gonna do, again, a little practice. Let me share. I would like to share with you my virtual chessboard. And here we go. There we go. You should see I'm on lichess.org. Lichess is a wonderful tool if anybody is starting out and wants to practice, wants to learn. I love lichess.org. I'm gonna link it down below. Just as a free tool, you can register for free. I believe still at the moment all tools, everything on the website are free, as far as I'm aware. You will see that here there are the letters also written and the numbers. And you see A1 is always the dark square. So even if at your at-home real-life chessboard you don't have the letters, numbers written out, you will know which one is A1, and from there you can navigate it. So I wanted to do a little practice, and I'm gonna make a pawn move here. So I would like those who are watching this back to please write it on a paper or in the comments. How would you write down this pawn move? And then I will show you the answer in the next slide. But we know that the white pieces are always moving first. And you can write it on a left side, and then with a dash or with some break, you will write the black move, and this will be, write this as well, knight move, but I'm not gonna say where it moved to. I almost just said it. I almost gave it away. I'm not gonna do that. So that's the second move, and you can just write these next to each other, and you know that this is the first move. So with the pawn, we know we have 8 pawns with each color. And basically, the reason it doesn't have a name is because it can only move, like when we move it, we know which pawn moved here because we know how the pawn can move. It only moves forward. So it's kind of easy to figure it out. And we know how it captures. In the next video, I will create a separate video around how to write down capturing moves and all the other signs in a chess that you can find in a chess book. But for now, I didn't want it to make super duper long. So let me show you. I'm excited to show you the solution for this one. But basically, what's important to remember by writing down the moves again is remember that it's always the name of the chess piece. If the pawn doesn't have a name, then you don't write anything for that part. And then just the square where the pawn moved to or the knight moved to. So we want to know where the chess piece landed on. And again, you are like, yeah, but how do we know where did it come from? And actually, that's like the most beautiful part about it. We know, of course, where did it come from, because the basic setup of the chess pieces is always the same. So basically we know where the chess game started with, and once we track down each move, we will see the whole game unfold. Hello, Bilil. Hi, thank you so much for joining the live. How are you doing? Finally, I'm live again. I just decided to do a little teaching around how to write down our chess games and why is it cool to do so and learn. Now, some of you might already know this, but I was trying to help those who are just starting out and at the beginner phases. So once again, those of you who are watching back, I hope you did the practice exercises during the stream. This is the solution for these last two moves I was showing on the chessboard. And in the next video, I will be explaining more in depth, for example, how to note the capturing move and what's the sign for check or checkmate, and so on. There are a little more complicated elements, but this is the basic of the chess notation. These are super simple, and I love the idea how the whole chessboard is basically a maze and we can decode it. And I love also the idea how chess notation or reading a chess book is a brand new language, but it's easy to learn and it's very specific to chess players. So I hope this was helpful. And I appreciate Bilal Shabazz Saifi for checking in with me live. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you guys super soon. I mentioned this, I have been super busy with my day job, but I haven't forgotten the chess channel I created here. I also have Twitch. I'm also on Instagram. So please do check these out. I will link everything below this video once I save it. And I hope to see you in the near future. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I always get back to everybody. And have a beautiful day. See you all super soon. Bye.